Hello, welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Sorry, I had to cut my phone down. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Hello, everyone that's here. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Chris. Hi, Eric. Good to see you all. How y'all doing today? After one of my shows, I want to play a song that I had written. That I do have it on the computer, and let y'all hear. That's where somebody broke my heart. And it's not related to this. So maybe some other time we come in here, we just chit chat about different things, and then I'll share it that way. Y'all doing all right? Without further ado, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips balance in favor of fair use. I'm going to continue to play this at the bottom. If you had knowledge of crimes being committed or tips, please contact the Washington County Sheriff's Office, and it's got the number at the bottom of the screen. You may also call anonymously, and there's the number for that at the bottom, or by email. So good to see everybody that's here. I'm so proud of y'all. Thank you. Oh, Lady O, good to see you. Where's everybody? Thank you so much. Can you believe the two pedophiles that we're doing today are twin brothers? These are twin brothers, y'all. 67-year-old twin brothers, Ronald and Donald Hawkins, sexually assaulted numerous children. And this was in Florida. So further ado, I like showing, because a lot of people might not believe. I'd rather show facts behind it. So here's twin brothers who sexually abused children on numerous occasions over several years face felony charges. Police. Here are the twin brothers right here. Y'all think they favor? Glad you made it too, old lady O. Thank you. Donald Hawkins and Ronald Hawkins. Twin brothers from Florida were both arrested after being accused of sexually abusing alleged victims over the course of several years. In a post on Facebook, the Washington County Sheriff's Office announced that Donald Ray Hawkins and Ronald Gene Hawkins, both 67, were arrested on January the 14th and charged with sexual battery of a victim under the age of 12. Donald was arrested and taken into custody in Washington County. His brother Ronald was arrested in Brevard County, where he resides, and is expected to be extradited to the same county as his brother. Here's a booking image of Ronald Hawkins. I'll show y'all something before we leave this page. Just another news story. So, given the ages of their alleged victims, authorities have not provided details about the exact nature of the charges being faced by both brothers. In their Facebook post, the sheriff's office stated that both brothers had allegations made against them. An investigation commenced into the claims, and it was revealed that the Hawkins brothers allegedly committed criminal sexual acts on numerous occasions over a period of several years. Okay, this is a different type of story right here, but before I leave this page, I wanted to get out there. Can y'all believe this? Read this right here, y'all. Hospital administrator sentenced for stealing man's identity at a hot dog stand, forcing the victim into a mental institute facility. He forced it and stole his identity. If that's not a power abuse, I don't know what is, okay? That's one another thing we speak about when they fraudulently do these kind of crazy stuff and then the other people have to face the repercussions. Look at that. Can y'all believe that? Hospital administrator sentenced for stealing man's identity at a hot dog stand, forcing victim in a mental facility. Man. So here is the Facebook post that it was speaking about. See what you're saying there, Chris Miller. Try looking on Facebook page. It may show it. Okay. But I found this other thing, and it might be what you're talking about, Chris. I'll have to show you the link after a while, and you see what I'm talking about, okay? The Washington County Sheriff's Office, twin brothers arrested on sexual abuse charges. Washington County, Florida, January the 14th, 2025. Sheriff Kevin Cruz announces the arrest of twin brothers now facing felony charges after allegations of sexual abuse were reported. I got to bring this down a little bit. The Washington County Sheriff's Office began an investigation following reports alleging that Donald Ray Hawkins and Ronald Jean Hawkins sexually abused the victims, not just one, but according to that report, it like one child under the age of 12, okay? But it said sexually abused the victims. It's an S right there, okay? On numerous occasions over a period of several years. Once investigators interviewed the victims and reviewed evidence in the case, arrest warrants were issued for the arrest of the brothers. Earlier this morning, Donald Hawkins, age 67, who resides in Cottondale, Florida, was arrested in Washington County and is being held on the charges of sexual assault on a victim under the age of 12. See, they only got one right here, only one. Um, Come on, bring the other charges in there. There's other victims. Ronald Hawkins, 67, who resides in Merritt Island, Florida, was also arrested this morning in Brevard County, Florida. Hawkins is awaiting extradition back to Washington County to face the charges of lewd and lascivious behavior on a victim less than 12 years old. Maybe that's two different victims. It could be the same one. We don't know, right? If you have any knowledge of crimes being committed or tips, please contact the Washington County Sheriff's Office at 850 638 6111. You may also call anonymously by calling 850-638-TIPS, which means 8477, or by email at tips@wcso.us. Here are the culprits right here. And what's something weird down here? Look at there. It says pedophile treatment center. I like that picture there, don't y'all? There you go to a wood shredder for these bad ones. Okay, there's something that somebody written on here, so that's where I'm getting to it right quick. Okay. Don Hawkins is my old master electrician. I'm extremely disappointed. I worked with both of these guys. Not the kind of guy I thought he was. They need to be in jail for that. See that? Um, I'm going to go ahead and show you this. We'll go over this another day. But Chris, are you looking at the screen? You were 14 when you were sexually abused? I'm so sorry, Chris. We love you here, man. So this is what I'm wanting to do, go over another day. You see right here? And it's got navigate this page. It's reported child sex abuse mandatory, how to report child sex abuse, how is child sex abuse defined, how does Pennsylvania law define sexual exploitation, child sexual abuse is a crime, filing a civil sexual abuse lawsuit, the Child Victims Act in Pennsylvania, what types of compensation can I recover, Cordisco and SEL helps sexual abuse survivors throughout Pennsylvania. Okay, so we go on further down here, which we'll break it down when we go over. I want to show you this, Chris. Look at here. How Pennsylvania law defines child sex abuse, right? It's got rape of a child, and then it's what kind of felony it is and how many years in prison, right? And then you click on it, and it will give you more information. So I'm thinking maybe is that possibly what you're talking about? These different things like that. So I'm wondering if that's what you meant. So it's got a lot of good information when I click on it. We go back over it, okay? So I'll go ahead and schedule that for some time tomorrow, if that's okay with you, because I think it would benefit us to know the different sex abuse laws basically in each state, breaking it down, trying to stick up for our children and even the adults who this happened to as a child. We got to band together. You need to be able to have your voice with people without people coming and condescending you, without people treating you like you're dirty, like you're trash, like it's your fault. That's crazy. They don't know what you're going through unless they went through it themselves. Living right there in your shoes, Like mine is different than a lot of people's, like mine was not specifically in the church per se as much, but it still consisted of church members. And only once was I attacked in the church that I'm a member of. So everybody's case is different. Okay, you're quite welcome. You're interested in that too, old lady O? Well, it's more than guts, Chris. Sometimes there's advocates like us that goes ahead and is able to do this, and but you're strong in other areas. Like I would not be strong enough to be able to go put out fires like you do, Chris. I couldn't do it. I mean, there's some things, capabilities that you could do, these other people could do. Like people might say, "You're smarter than me," and everything. I say, "Don't say that." That's like you might be able to work on a vehicle, get a car started. I can't do that. You might be able to do this. Everyone's got their own talents out there. Don't sell yourself short. You got so many blessings that each one of us have been given. Sometimes some of us don't know what our capabilities are when we've been shot down so much. So whatever you do, be hyper vigilant. Speak out. Exactly. Good point there, old lady O. Exactly. That I just have different strengths. We all have different strengths and talents. That's right. Well said. But also, Chris, I'm sorry to say, and I hate it how people go and rebel at men when boys have been essayed, right? And then they go to tell, and then they're like, they blame the men. And that is so wrong. That is so wrong. They start calling them men names or calling them gay or mistreating them like. It's just so wrong, you know. They're more apt, the society needs to change because they're more apt to try to help the victim that's a female, even though I wasn't helped in my case. I'm just saying more apt to, you know. But the men, they just kind of like get swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Chris. We got different avenues where we can still get the stories out, you know? It's kind of bad if they censor, you know? But you got some friends in here that genuinely care, Chris, and it's not your fault what was done to you at all. I got a lot of friends who's been SA too, Chris, and so they understand exactly what you're going through. You know, they've been called so many names and mistreated by YouTubers, by online people that really just don't understand what the heck's going on. And that is so judgmental and so wrong. Yeah, Chris, you can always use an alias. Ah, a lot of foul words. You have to practice speaking then a little bit so you won't all the words. So, but being angry is okay. But you know, some you have to watch out for a lot because some people won't want to listen to a lot of the foul language. But Chris, you got some friends here. You got people who genuinely care about you, and I think I you got my email address, and I had put my phone number in there. So if you ever need to call, don't hesitate. Okay, I'll try to answer if I'm not busy. Yeah, we do. We do know a channel that he probably be welcome to go on where he could. You know, they don't care. You could go and express yourself there, right? Maybe if he come in here and but you can be sure to change your name like I had to protect myself, Chris. Use an alias. Everybody that's in here, if you're for Chris, please put a one or a thumbs up, please, or hearts or something. Please put them up for Chris. So I can't even do that on my own. I'm trying to get it on mine, but I'm having a little trouble. Trying to put hearts up, and it's like fighting me. Oh, cool. You did a one and a heart. That's good. Yeah. See that, Chris? There you go. So we're there for you, buddy. We're going to stick with you, man. We will stick with the victims, and you do not deserve whatever happened to you. Nicole wrote, she's from Facebook. She wrote, one, love you, Chris. Did you see that? Well, we love you, Chris, okay? We love you, buddy. It's okay to be in tears, man. It's okay. That's a genuine. It's okay. Hey, y'all, from Houston, Texas. Hi, I'm in Tennessee. Well, we care about you and you matter, Chris, okay? Don't hesitate to ever reach out, okay? So you got a lot of people before you didn't think you had anybody who cared, but you do have a lot of genuine people that care about you. Yes, you matter. Chris, the nurse says, we love you, Chris. Sorry, I'm on TV watching it. How to get on the phone to comment. Okay. And Nicole said, yes, you matter. I don't know if he's on Facebook or not. Um, Nicole, Chris, are you on Facebook? Had to go through in my mind. Let's see. Had to go through in my mind seeing a new dermatologist due to being molested by a male dermatologist. Oh, I'm so sorry, old lady. Oh man, the dermatologist, the doctor did that. Wow, that's a big maneuver when you have to go and change something like that. Like if I go down the same roads where I used to go, that where I used to live, I start getting very sick at my stomach. Even if it's like 2 or 3 miles away from the road where I used to live on, just going the same routes, it makes me really sick. Remember, they're the ones, yeah, they're the ones with the problem. My husband was, when he was a child, by his grandfather. Oh, wow. Thoughts and prayers, Nicole. Wow. See, it happens to a lot of guys, and then it gets swept under the rug, and the guys are made to feel like trash or like a guy, a lot of times, and me. I used to be with NASCA, the National Association of Adult Survivors of Child Abuse. I used to be big into that, and I dropped out of it when they were letting a pedophile come into the support groups. And there was no way, with me being in charge of the group, that I was going to allow that pedophile, and I kept getting in trouble for disallowing him to come into the room. Like, I don't want him in here bothering people. Thoughts and prayers for your husband there, Nicole. Yes, but I have two Facebook accounts. Whichever one you would like to share with us, and you look me up, my username and stuff like that. And you can write me, like I said, in my email, and maybe we'll be able to find you and everything. Have a little chat group with a few of us, where we can be there supportive for one another. That small little messenger type of thing. You know what I'm saying? If anybody needs a chat, then let's do that. I also have a YouTube, a Zoom group, and I not only want to do Bible study, but I want to start bringing some survivors in there sometime when we could be, but they're unified together and, talk and be like a support system. Got my sister to come with me, ended up seeing a female dermatologist, and she did. That is great. That is awesome. You are quite welcome, Nicole. Thank you for sharing that. And if your husband ever wants to speak and you want to speak to me, feel free. You know how to get in touch with me too. And Tammy says, Chris, I use my real name, Tammy Crimes. And I use Darlene J. Clark. And you've seen Nicole Ryan's name. He won't talk about it ever. But that's okay if he don't, but I know a lot of people that's in the group that I was in, and there's a lot of males and stuff. And if he don't want to talk to a female, I got a lot of friends that's male at Facebook too. Got a friend's request you, Darlene, and it don't have add friend. Oh man, let me go in there in a few minutes. You only saw that dermatologist once called my insurance and requested a new dermatologist. Unfortunately, as insurance has changed, so can all doctors. Everyone was in the hospital. Family, his mom, his wow. These sickos use the most opportune times to get at these people. You know what I'm saying? Would anybody like to get up and talk that's in the room right now? Would anybody like to speak? If I do, I'll be sure to give the link. I'm gonna go to my book of faces. That's what my son calls it, book of faces. I said, son, what is a book of faces? He said, Mom, Facebook, all the faces around. Okay. Let me go to my settings over here. It's funny. Aren't kids funny? So I'm trying to get in here, find and contact me because send you friends request, okay? Right now, I'm going to put it on everyone, Chris. So now it should be able to send me a friend's request now. Maybe that would come in there pretty soon. Try that again, okay? I met family. Okay, everyone was in his mom, his cousin. Oh, wow. At hospital. I'm sorry that happened to him. He didn't deserve it. But be united and let's be there for adult survivors as well as the kids, because this is something that really scars the mind and it messes with you. As I was saying a few minutes ago, a lot of guys that have been SA'd um, when I was in the support group thing, and I'm not giving names out, but I just noticed in the times that I was listening to them, they actually had questioned about whether or not they were gay. I mean, because at such a young age, kind of like some guys, a message with your mama makes you wonder. Oh, okay. So, whoever wants me as a friend, feel free to send me a friend request that's on here. And I think that being united and we, there's an awesome group that my friend Roland Cerna is on at Facebook that he came up with, the Wonderful Rescue Foundation. It's at Facebook as well. And he has a goal on trying to help abused children, abused women, and abused animals. Yeah, they do. They try to say that, that they try to groom them like that. Then they try to say, well, you're a man, you're not supposed to cry. That's one reason I love that Bible verse, Jesus wept. That's one of my favorite verses in the Bible because guys always say, well, we're not supposed to cry, right? We're a guy. We're not supposed to cry. Okay, but if you think, what do you think about Jesus? I say, what? And they said, he's awesome. He's an amazing role model. I said, but he wept. So if Jesus wept, it's okay for a guy to cry. It's okay. So it's good to show emotion sometimes. You got to get that hurt and pain out a lot of times. Be able to get more. Yeah. Also, you can find Roland Cerna at Facebook under his name, Roland Cerna. And he is a true inspiration, everyone. He is a godsend. He tries to keep us motivated and trying to go in the right direction. We love him to death, don't we? Yeah, if Jesus wept, that's showing it's okay to cry. That's right. Even though as kids we're told that I'll give you something to cry about just because you're crying about them hurting you. Just imagine how many tears that Jesus and God's got, with all the hurts of all the children. But if he went ahead and destroyed the people right then and there for their sins every time we sin, then we'll die too. So men's got their own free will. So I want to thank y'all so much for coming and see you sometime tomorrow, y'all. We'll talk about the Pennsylvania child sex abuse. Lots of love and lots of love for you, Chris. Lots of love for Nicole and Old Lady O and Eric and Chris and everyone that's in here at the moment and everybody that's listening at Facebook. Tammy, thank you so much. Everyone that's here. I'm going back up the screen, hoping I didn't miss anyone. But I know there's some people that's just listening. And oh, yeah, who's over there with Eric? We got Danielle. So y'all also tell Danielle hello because she's over there visiting Eric. She's listening to us and supporting us. Well, God bless each and every one of y'all. If y'all need me, y'all know where to find me. Yeah, God bless everyone. Thank you. Bye bye for now.